Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to. We're not going to be able to. Listen, there's so much to do on this farm. I'm going to take this truck, though. We have kimchi is at an all-time high. So we're going to take this down to the market and sell it. Probably not the greatest time to sell, but I feel like it shows on the chart that the following months go down. I also have my lettuce, strawberries, chili peppers, and tomatoes that I had that grew extra. And those aren't going to be, unfortunately, they're not as valuable right now, but that's okay. I want to get them sold so they're not hanging over my head, and then we'll let the kimchi just soak. And I'll take a bunch of it next year in March, hopefully. I don't know. It only seems to make like 1 pallet a month, so I'll take like 3 pallets, but 4 pallets. But yeah, so I'm going to take this to market and get it sold off, and we'll get to actually see it fill the little, whatever they call them, the little bowls or whatever, the little stands. And I'm on the wrong road. I need to turn to the right here. Ta-da. So hopefully you guys all had a Merry Christmas and are looking forward to Happy New Year's. It is the 29th right now. And I gave a little update video on all 3 farms so you guys could see where we are. Once again, this farm, I don't think, like I said, even when we started this, oh no. We're probably not going to run this farm for, I don't know. I mean, if it continues to be fun, but I've got too many farms right now, and I knew this would happen. I really need to just make my life simpler. And I think a realistic number of farms is 1. So you pick one, you go through it, you do a bunch of episodes, then you move on to the next one. And I've got 3 farms, which means I can't keep up with all 3 of them. So what happens is then you start seeing longer and longer times between episodes, which I don't want to do. That's not fun for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and get this farm. My goal is to push this farm across the finish line, harvest and sell the long grain rice or the short grain rice regular grain rice, whatever, just rice that we have made. And wow, we're dead ending this totally. This is not good. I've run out of road. Yeah, and get this farm done as far as like making it all the way through a harvest cycle, seeing how much money we make from that huge rice field. I've heard rumors that it's not very good. I've had some of my friends telling me that, honestly, the rice may not be worth it. Though the nice thing about the rice is that the equipment is cheap. Seeder's $25,000. The harvester is only $100, so you're $125,000 for planting and harvesting. But you might be better off just doing it on a smaller basis and not doing it like where you're doing a bunch of stuff. Like the whole farm is based on it. Because that's kind of what's hurt us here. But we'll see. I'm interested to see how much I get off the crop. And where are we going? I think we have to go this way. Oh, it's up ahead, it looks like. Yeah. I think it'll just start taking it. If I turn the... Oh, there they go. It's all gone. $12,000 worth of veggies and fruits. But you can see here, these are, once again, filled up. So we got some mushrooms that we sold. Right? Did we sell those? Oh, no, those are onions or garlic or something. Yeah, they got your hot peppers. Tomatoes. More tomatoes. Hot peppers. Onions. Strawberries. Yep. So you get to see your products. I think it just stays for a day. And then once you're done, they go away. And it's kind of disappointing because it was like... They made it seem like it was going to be more interactive when they showed it, like at FarmCon. It was like, oh, now it's basically just like, you get to see your fruit. That's it. There we go. Heading back out of town. Oh. Man, I'm batting zero on the directions today. All right, I'm going to find my way back. I'll be back, folks. All right, so that's it for today. It actually is pretty late in the afternoon. I'm surprised I got that far in, but I did fertilize today, and so that took a little bit of time. Fields are up to snuff. Let's go ahead and fast forward until the next day. All right, it is June. It is raining. I need to flood these fields. Get the flooding up. Let the flooding hit the floor. The flooding hit the floor. Flood. And the other pump is way across there. Let's get it. Pumps are on. Now it's time to do the daily watering. This is all we do. Water, pump. Water, pump. And since the fields are all caught up, it's weird though, I'm only getting 87% yield, so I must have missed something somewhere, but I'm not sure what. But we can fill all these. I don't think, well, these are, yeah, they do take a lot of water, don't they? Jeez, oh Pete. Thirsty little greenhouse. Now, I'm thinking once we plant next year, because we're going to have less. Did I not do this right? I think I did something wrong here. Hold on. It gave me the trigger and I pressed the button and then nothing happened. So let's try that again. Once I have planted the smaller field next year, if we got that far, then I won't have to worry about what is going on. Oh, it's just the trigger wasn't showing up for some reason, but it's taking water, so that's good. I can get, we'll see how much rice I need for those 3 smaller fields. I don't think I'm going to need 2 greenhouses worth. So I may be able to sell one of these greenhouses. But we'll see. It doesn't hurt to have them producing. It's kind of a waste. Like I don't really need it. But we'll see. Oof. Dang. Whoopsie. And we need to fill this up. I just killed a little bit of rice. You'd think those would count as narrow tires, but apparently not. Oops. All right, well, it happens. It's a very small amount. All right, I'm going to get this back, and we will see you once. I think I'm probably just going to fast forward again because that's all I needed to do for the day. So I will see you guys in July. Well, it is now July, and you can see here we've made some progress. It is still growing. Very nice. Let's go ahead and flood this. Wait. It's not ready to harvest, right? It's not giving me the option to flood. Is that right? That's weird. I don't see now. This is the first time I've ever done this though, so maybe once it gets to a certain height, you don't flood it anymore. Hopefully, you would hope the game would tell you, like don't do this anymore. Stop. In the name of rice. Wow, these are really thick. That's a lot of rice. Holy shoot. Holy shoot. That's a lot of rice. Wow. Yeah, this one's not letting me flood either, so. Time for the daily watering. I'll be back. Oh, shoot. Well, now I've run up. My wells are gone. I have no more well. That's... Oh, well, oh, well, oh, well. I can't flood the fields anymore. Let me see here. There's a way to glitch this. I don't want to cheat. But I suppose we could just look at this like this is the water pump for the farm. So what we do is we go into construction. And I'm sure you guys have seen people do this before, but if you haven't, here's how you do it. Cows, factories, is it fields? There we go. Cultivation. All right. We're going to zoom this. Corner too close to another area. Okay. Area is restricted. Add corner, change placement height. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. I was doing it wrong. Too close, areas restricted. Corner too close. Sure, why not? Let's finish. Okay. That looks beautiful. So we're just going to pretend like that's the pump. And then all we have to do is drive over this and fill. Right? And fill. No. It's not working. Oh no, I might have messed things up really bad. I wish I would have saved the game first. Oh boy. Oh no. I gotta figure out where the trigger is. Yeah, so that's... I don't think there's any way to remove this. Dang. Empty. Yeah. That's there forever. Oops. Yeah, so I just made one over here because this one will actually work. So this will just be our permanent rice paddy refiller. This is the well. I mean, honestly, I made two of these now. I probably should have just made a what do you call that? A water sock or whatever. The water tower would have been a better option at this point because I think it took 5,000. Anyway, whatever. Actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't look like it charged me anything. Weird. Okay, well, there's our filler upper. So we have that now. All right. So July has come to a close. Time to move on to August. We got it balanced out, man. The money that this windmill is making is just the same amount that, that's not making anything right now. It's the same amount that I'm spending, so I haven't made any money, but I haven't lost any money. This is ready to harvest. It is time to put on our harvesting hat. So let's get ready. Let's get prepared. Ooh, we've got, these are, I think, well, if we look at, I got this mod, it's called Quick Stock. We have $6,000 of kimchi ready. That's not bad. It's not at the max value, though. That'll go up, plus we'll have a lot more. We're looking to sell again in May, and we're going to take a bunch to the market. But that's cool. So we're making progress on the kimchi, which is good. We have to decide how to handle our rice. Probably going to put in a second facility to process rice, but I don't... Let's look at the pricing. So here's what we need to figure out before we do any... I mean, the harvest can wait a minute or two. We need to look at costs. So let's go ahead and count the costs. Oh, we need to see what's on sale too, just for fun. I haven't been looking. So one thing, what? Okay. So at peak price is what we're gonna look for. Where's regular old rice? I need to write all this down. Wait a minute. Why am I not seeing it? Long grain rice. Wow, that's a pretty good price, actually. Rice peaks in July and September, it looks like. And the price is $3,482. Let me write this down. Got my piece of paper all covered in nacho chip crumbs because I was eating nachos. Peak price, $3,482. That's just rice by itself. Let's take a look and see what the different rice products are. We have... And I don't know what they are, so I have to look. I'm sorry. Let me figure this out. We have a rice bag that is worth 4,448. But don't forget, you got to include production time into that. Rice box. Whoa, now rice boxes in September, they peak 8,307. So this is bag. This is box. We have rice flour, which we're not going to make because I don't want to make a mill. You have to make a mill. Well, we could just make a mill. The mill price is actually lower. The mill price is actually lower than the actual. But if it makes more, we'll take a look at that. Once again, you can't go by just the raw number. You actually have to do the math and figure out, you might get 3 flour for every 1 rice, which means you're actually tripling what you get. Rice oil. Well, you can make a lot of stuff with rice. 6,192. Sorry. Okay, and then rice rolls is the last one, and rice rolls makes 4,700. Now we have to look at our formula IAs, because the formula is what makes the difference. So, for a fact, in our production facility, if I make, let's see, for rice, we can make the things that we can make a rice bag. So what is the it takes 100 rice to make 45 bags. The bags are worth 4,000, so you actually lose money on this. Because it's going to take me $6,500 of rice. I need, in order to make 45 bags of rice, it takes me 100 rice. You're getting half as many bags. So even though the bags are worth a little bit more, you're going to actually lose money. I don't even know why they bothered with these. This is what's confusing to me. Why would you take the time to produce something that makes less money? Once again, you get less than half of the bags of that we put into the rice. So 1,000 liters of rice bags takes 2,000 liters of rice to make, and that's bad. That's terrible. So, okay, the rice box is long grain. Now I see that, so we can't do that. But the box pays a lot, so that would be worth it because you're a little bit more in dough. Okay, so here we go. Once again, half. Why didn't I see these? Rice rolls. Oh, that's long grain. So regular rice rolls. Okay. Where's the rice rolls on here? I don't know. I missed rolls somehow. What? Okay, let's look at our prices again. Let's look at rice rolls. I'm sorry about the barking puppy. I don't know. They're just playing. Oh, here's the rolls. Oh, I'd see. I missed it because I didn't write it above it. Rolls. Rolls make 4,700. It's barely a profit. Okay, so if I make rice rolls, it takes 56 rice to make 50 rice rolls. The price is about 25% more, and it requires about it requires 12% more, right? Because 112 for 100%. So it's 12% more to make these, but we make about, yeah. I mean, you'd make a profit making rice rolls, but you got to ask yourself then, is it worth waiting for to get this to make? And I'm going to say no, probably not. The only one that'd be worth it is the rice box, sort of worth it, and that's for long grain rice because it's double the price. But it takes, even so, no, it's not worth it. Wow. I can't do flour or oil, but I can guarantee you that with the prices that they're offering for the flour, it's not going to be worth it. Let's take a look at the factories that we can get and see if we can do an oil factory and see how much it costs. So we're going to go to our building menu, construction, and we're going to take a look at the manufactories. Let's see. This makes all these things. This is going to be bakery, dairy, grain mill. That makes the grain. And once again, unless the formula is really good for rice. See, there's no way to tell. It doesn't tell me here the formula for it. I have to actually buy it to see it, which sucks. So I don't know. I can't tell you these unless I buy these, and I'm not going to do that. They're somewhere out there. The information's published, but all you have to do is look at it and say, okay, this makes the oil's worth 6,000 per 1,000 liters. Rice is worth 3,400 per 1,000 liters. If you can get like one rice making 2 oils, that's worth it. One rice, even here in this case, one rice making 1 oil would be worth it. Can we do that? Yeah, oil mill. But chances are it's going to take like 50 rice to make 10 oil. And so in that case, if it takes more rice than you get oil, it's not worth it. That's how it works. So if it makes the same amount or more, then it's worth it. But if you're putting in more and getting out less, then any of these equations don't work out. So I guess what I'm getting to, here's where the final conclusion is. It seems to me like it's best off for us just to take the rice and sell it. It's not going to be worth it for us to, well, we can store it first, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be worth it for us to take the rice and do anything else with it because the formulas aren't very good. So you end up making a small profit, but then it takes a long time to produce those items. So by the time you get around to making the items, the cost of running the factory and stuff, it's a very, very small profit margin. And so you might as well just sell the rice and save yourself the headache. So that's where we're at. Like I said, the oil may be worth it. Let me see if I can find the formula online. Give me 1 second. Yeah, after a little research, it seems like everyone's saying that and I apologize, my sound's turned way down. They're saying that the production for oil, especially the oil mills and stuff, are absolutely not worth it. So the only thing that I could tell you is, and I hate to do this, but look for a mod that triples or quadruples because in real life, I mean, I don't know, I'm not sure. I would think that you make a lot more for producing or milling something than you would just taking a raw product. Because the only way people really consume it is if it's milled. So you're not selling it raw, you're not even going to make anything. Like, oh yeah, I mean, you make money, but I'm just saying, like, it seems to me like the mill ain't gonna do it for free. I'm telling you that right now. You know that. Everything people do is for profit. So there's not a mill out there that's gonna do like they're gonna spend $8,000 to bring canola in and then make $6,000 of canola oil out of it, right? They're gonna turn around. They're gonna make it to. They're gonna charge $24,000 for that canola. You know what I mean? They're gonna make a big profit. So I'm not real happy with the way that that's all working. It seems like the game is really flawed, and a lot of people are complaining about the productions being super underpowered. So, anyway, it's time to get our harvest started. Let's get this harvest started. I like to harvest. Sorry. We'll do these 2 little fields with you guys on, and then at some point I'm going to run a stream of us doing the big field. Probably, maybe I'll do that for my Monday stream or Tuesday stream. I don't know. We'll see who's available. We have some other farms that we run that if Micah and RP are available, I'd like to get back to doing. But, yeah. We're going to get these 2 fields done, and then we'll call it a night. But, yeah, so it seems like the best thing right now for rice, unless you can grossly adjust prices, which I hate. I don't want to make it cheaty, but it also needs to be reasonable. None of the production is really worth it for rice. So that sucks. But we're not going to do any production for it. We're just going to sell it raw and wriggling, just like Golem likes it. Oops. So we got the Izeki harvester up and running. And it's moving along at 5. You can see if it takes this long to do just this little field, you can imagine how long it's going to take to do that massive field. We're I'll probably have to rent one of these, or maybe two even. Fortunately, they're not that expensive, so renting them will not be crazy. I'm thinking it's going to be probably around like $4,000 or $5,000 to rent one of these, and that'll help with getting the harvest done. These are good little fellows. Sorry about no fancy production on this video. I know there's no music or anything. I'm in a hurry right now because I haven't done an episode. I haven't done any farm sim anything for like 2 weeks. So I'm very far behind on video production. So we'll get back to doing that stuff here probably with the next episode. But for tonight, I just needed to get some content done so you guys had something to watch. Between the New Year and Christmas break, I kind of took a little time off for myself, which was nice. But now we got a lot of time off coming because we're going to be moving, so it's going to be interesting. I've thought about vlogging it, but I think we're just going to have a lot of stress while it's happening. So I'm probably not going to vlog the beginning stages of our move. We'll pick up once we get out there and start getting set up. I'll show you guys what we're doing. This is like a speedboat. What's it like in the cab? It's like riding in Detroit in a car with bouncy shocks. You know how they have those washboard roads in Detroit, and so like a Buick Riviera or whatever would be like boing, boing, boing. So we got about actually, you know what? Honestly, for a little field like this wasn't too bad. But the yield is not, like, amazing. We're at 85% production. We did not get any weeds. I'm not sure why we're not at 100%, but let's check the ground and see what it says. Yeah, see, it's still 50% fertilized, though. That's interesting. So it's like grass. You get a 50% fertilization boost, which is nice, because when you plant, you get back to 100. But it doesn't say we need plowing or anything like that, so I'm not sure why I only got an 85% yield, unless maybe I need to go over the ground. We should probably mulch this and see if that improves our yield at all, but that's only a couple percentage. I'm not sure why we got such a low rating. It's very weird. There's no rhyme or reason to it. On this one, I'm going to try to stay inside the field because we got a pretty big ridge on this one. But we're still missing 10%, which is, once again, I don't know if it's because I never plowed the land, and it doesn't say it needs plowing, but I think I'm going to try it. Maybe I'll get a subsoiler. I'm going to mulch it. I'll get a subsoiler. We'll roll it, and then we'll plant. Because I don't think you can roll with the water, so. Roll with the water. You and me just roll with the water. Anyway, I will stop singing now. I will stop immediately. Sock it to me. It does feel like riding a speedboat. It's kind of funny. Weird. This one's a joystick drive. See that? I steer with the joystick. That's kind of cool. Yep, this is our first. We got zero point 0.2 hours on this machine. It's brand freaking new. And now the bumpy ride's over. When I do the big field, I will be using GPS in case you were wandering. But on this small field, it's quick and not that hard to make sort of straight lines. Though I'm not doing that great of a job. So I'd say we'll take this farm one more year. We'll do the long grain rice thing and see how that pans out for us. If splitting the fields up makes life a little bit easier, but that does mean we're going to have to buy a bigger harvester, so, or at least lease it. Even if it's just like a Neva, I don't need a fancy harvester. Though, actually, probably renting a larger harvester is part of the saving the pain of doing all this. Hopefully we get 2 days to harvest, because I think it's going to take me that long to do this. I'm thinking about doing a lot of it myself, and that's making me frightened, but could probably hit a bunch of it during TV time tonight. The other big question is, will my pipe reach to the top of the harvester or my harvest wagons? I bought those wagons specifically because they're a little bit lower, but it doesn't look like, I mean, it's so short. I don't know if we can adjust the height of it or not, but maybe we can. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Sorry, my wife was interrupting me. Apparently the baby fell asleep. Oh, she's got a puppy, I'm sure, sleeping on her. We sold one of the puppies. We've got 3 more interested parties, and so that'll be it for the Dalmatians. We're keeping the little guy. We have a runt, and we don't want to sell him yet because we're not sure if he's going to make it, but we're just making sure he's healthy. He's had diarrhea for a couple of days, and so we're just watching him because we want to make sure he's all right. We won't sell somebody a sick puppy, but that means the four Dalmatians are gone, and then we're going to list our two mixed breeds. All right, so yeah, that's going to go. That'll go up and over. Okay, I was worried about that. Once again, it's been a while since I've run this. We mostly ran it when the game first came out, and we never finished with it. So that makes me feel better. And we did almost get a full harvester full. Boing. Oh, maybe not. Oh boy, it is okay. That with the ridge there, that'll help. I mean, that is really close. We'll have to use the ridge to get the pipe up. Wow, it wouldn't go if I was on flat ground. Interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching us do a little bit of rice harvesting. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of the field cleared off. Once again, I would keep my eyes open in the next day or two for a stream, because I don't think I'm going to have at least one person help me. Let's take a look real quick at the leasing price, and then we'll get out of here. Leasing price for a rice harvester is, survey says... Oh, I got to go into it. Darn. I'm like, where's the lease button? Yep, I guessed $4,000 or $5,000. I was right on the target. So yeah, it's worth renting. And then we'll have, there'll be like $1,000 an hour. I would expect we'll need to use it for 3 or 4 hours, honestly. Yeah, I mean real time. Not game time, but actual real time. It's going to take 3 or 4 hours. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I need to get a cool screenshot, so we're going to hang out for a minute more. But yeah, with all the craziness in my life, I should decide to end this farm, but instead I'm deciding that we are going to continue it for at least 1 more year and see how we do financially. I'm excited to see how much we make from the harvest, how much we make from selling kimchi, how much we make from our... the windmill right now is just holding steady. I think in the winter it makes more money because it gets windier. Man, my guy looks really grumpy for some reason. He needs to take a chill pill. He's like, look at how grumpy he looks. Freaking harvesting rice. And these pants make my legs hot because they're made of like plastic material. Anyway. God bless you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And I will see you guys on the farm. Bye.